Welcome back to the Leetist podcast. Once again, I am Kenny. This is episode 11.
11.
It's episode 11.
Yeah.
With me, the Stanley Spadowski.
Oh, I knew it!
To my George Newman. Oh, you're banging the table, damn it.
Sorry.
It's funny because I was thinking of like what reference I was going to bring up at the beginning.
Oh, God.
And Tim made a UHF reference right before I did it. So, Ryan, you get to be Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah. This
And
is
then,
our 11th episode.
Yeah.
That's
and then actually
amazing.
we finally have a guest other than
Edna.
we have a guest today. Like I promised, a guest will be coming soon. A friend of mine, a gaming friend of mine for many years, I think about 6 years now. His name is Mick. He goes by Mick. I call him Hammer.
Hey, Mick.
So I first met Geach probably like 5-6 years ago, playing Elder Scrolls online.
There you go.
And I think I was yelling at a couple other people in the dungeon that were doing the wrong thing. And I think Kenny realized that I actually did know something, which was strange, finding randoms in a game that actually know something. And he helped me get through that dungeon that I'd been trying to do for like, I think the 4th time with randoms. And through Kenny, I met, I don't know, lots of different people playing Elder Scrolls. What else do we play? Destiny, Division, all sorts of things, I guess. And yeah, actually, to be honest, I never really did a lot of online gaming before I met Kenny. Actually, probably got me into it. Like,
He's a gateway gamer.
Yeah, and actually,
the taste.
yeah, all my gaming friends know me as Geach, and not a lot of them call me Kenny.
Wait,
so.
is it Geach?
Captain Geach is my PSN
or
name.
Geek?
Well, a lot of people
Is it-
mispronounce it online and say Geck or Geek, but it's Captain Geach from Captain Geach in the Shrimp
Mick,
Shack Shooters.
how do you pronounce
Or
Valheim? How would you pronounce the
The Viking game or
Viking
your
game.
survival, really popular Viking
how do you
game.
pronounce that?
How do you pronounce it?
Valheim? Is that it?
It's only you, Ryan. You're the only one who mispronounces the name of that game.
I'm sorry, but Valheim sounds better.
He says Valheim for some unknown reason. I don't know why. It's clearly an M at the end.
There was a guy I was listening to the other day that didn't know anything about computers, and he was talking about the GeoForce instead of GeForce.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
He was calling them graphical processing units and like really sort of like emphasizing it instead of calling it GPU. And,
Yeah, actually, like I said, I know him by Hammer, Mick,
Yeah,
and we
it's
go
pretty
by
interesting.
back like just like him. I didn't like play a lot of online games with people until I think it was a year before that when I met all those people on Destiny, and then those same people we migrated to Elder Scrolls, and that's where we met him. And my kind of big community of gaming friends had been made there.
where we all got to listen to Josh snore in the corner or go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, yeah, we have one friend who takes long trips to 7-Eleven.
I mean, it's a wonderful, magical place. Sometimes you got to take your time.
It always happens. There's always one person in the group that like says, "I'll be right back," and then you're waiting in the dungeon forever. So
Didn't we just start getting 7-Elevens here?
Yeah. They just came to Nashville.
That's exciting.
I grew up with them in the DC area. We had them all over the place, and now they're here, and they're just as bad as they were up there.
Heck yeah.
is 7-Eleven a thing in Australia?
No, in my state we got one called On the Run. So yeah, really original.
It just reminds me of a Pink Floyd song because it's called "On Dark Side of the Moon," called "On the Run."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, that's way cooler than 7-Eleven.
well, I guess sort of.
And it makes sense, right? You go in there, you're on the run, you're trying
that
to
is
get
true.
in, trying to get out. 7-Eleven,
And
what
every
does
time
that
I go
mean?
to 7-Eleven and eat something from there, I get the runs.
But the question is, Mick. Do you have Slurpees or an equivalent?
I'm not sure. The whole concept of the ice drink kind of eludes me, I guess. Like, I don't really drink all of the soft
Oh, that's
drink
right. You guys
or,
don't
like,
have ice down there.
That's right. They don't have ice in Australia.
No, we got to try and slurp it up really quickly before it evaporates.
Slurpee is like a fruity flavored
Make all our
ice.
fruity drinks with venom.
Yeah.
What part of Australia are you from?
South Australia, so sort of like
All
bottom
of the South Australia.
Fantastic.
That's really.
Usually you just hear people say something like Sydney, and then we just all move on with our lives. I've never heard.
You
South
really
Australia.
should have just said Sydney. We would have moved on with our life.
We're gonna need a relative position to Sydney to have any clue where
Do you
might
live
be
in the
Australia.
Opera House?
Now, you've actually told me the place, like, and I thought it was something I'd heard of before. What is it? The actual city you live in?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah. I figured you'd have heard of it. but
Yeah,
it's not.
Adelaide.
Maybe I've just heard of it because of him.
I might have put it in like a crossword clue sometime or something like that, but that's probably about the extent of my knowledge about Adelaide.
See,
I'm actually from like what you guys would call like one of those small hick towns, I guess, like
Podunk
middle of
County.
nowhere, like
Oh,
The
yeah.
boonies.
The boonies.
yeah. So like 3 hours from the city and not much going on.
Yeah, actually, other than Tim, Mick is the guy I go to for a lot of PC gaming, learning about hardware and stuff. And he's big, and he's actually got a 3090, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Fancy do.
Yeah.
Maybe
I definitely do not
that
have the time or inclination to try to
maybe
get one of those.
Australia is where it's all at.
Which
with
costs
the,
$1 million
GPS.
in Australia.
I'm sure, man.
Actually, it was Diego. I made Diego that found it for me, actually.
Another friend of ours, yeah.
Is it what I mean? That was like straight up retail price, or was that like scalper price that you
What,
paid
the
for
$1 million?
The 3090.
Probably
Well,
hyperbolic.
Retail price feels like scalper's price here.
So Australian bucks.
I actually have
basically.
I have a PS5 in my trunk right now. I picked it up on my way here because I got it for a friend of ours who.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't even think he wants it
What
anymore.
does that
so.
make it? Like the 7th PS5?
Yeah,
that
6
you've-
or 7. Yeah.
Jesus, everyone's like begging to get one, and Kenny's just has
Hoarding
a
them.
I don't
surplus.
scalp them though. I get them for friends who are paying me retail prices.
Fair.
Because I am console
You
clause.
are a sweetheart. I'll give you that.
There you go. All right.
Whatever that word was, sweetheart.
That's way how.
Speaking of games, we play games about games here.
That's right, we do.
If you want to send us game ideas, trivia, questions, debate topics, things like that, TheLeetistPod@gmail.com, @TheLeetist on Twitter. We're going to get right into a game. I think the repeating game called the News Game.
News game. The news game. Yeah, let's do the news game. What do you guys think?
Yep,
All right,
I'm ready to hear some news.
I got 3 different people now, so I had to get 12 different
My
headlines for this game. You would not believe how arduous it is to find interesting and unique headlines. That many of them over the span of a week. There's a lot of really boring crap that goes up on gaming news websites. So I've got to like filter through and then like start making exceptions a little bit.
Sure.
So hopefully these are still entertaining. So let's see. How about we go Kenny and then Mick and then Ryan. So we'll go ahead and get started now. Kenny, are you ready?
I'm ready to fuck this up.
Perfect. And here we go. Today it was announced that the newest killer to come to Dead by Daylight will be blank.
Michael Myers, he's probably already in there.
Ew,
isn't he?
Pinhead. I assume we all missed out on the now patched Steam exploit that allowed users to blank thanks to a goddamn white hat do-gooder.
Pirate.
I'm sorry, use a add infinite Steam wallet money.
Oh, my.
With the Steam page now live this week, gamers are renewing hype for Lies of P, a Souls-like take on the classic tale of blank.
Pinocchio.
That's right. The classic animated sitcom beat 'em up arcade game Cabinet Blank is now available for pre-order at Walmart and Best Buy for the price of $529.
Cabinet and asteroids. I don't know.
That's The Simpsons.
Oh, my.
It's the Simpsons
Okay.
beat 'em up
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
There we go. That'll be
right.
it for
Probably one of my favorite beat 'em up games I've ever played.
You know what's hilarious? I just said Pinocchio, not even thinking about that was an actual thing, and now I remember reading that article about the Pinocchio Souls game.
Do you remember seeing that trailer
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they were like going through? Have you seen this trailer yet, Ryan? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Pinocchio
So wait,
Souls.
is this like Pinocchio Dark Souls?
It's
Yes.
Pinocchio Dark Souls. It's amazing.
What is
It's real.
What is
Yeah.
What is happening to this world? Well, they're making
That
good
sounds
games.
dope.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
I mean, do you fight with the nose?
I have no
I
idea.
hope so. Yeah. Like you're stronger the more you lie.
I mean,
A good idea.
in essence, isn't that like Dark Souls? When you die, you become like a hollow or something, and then when you like
That
get
is
your
true.
body back or something, your whole like
going
so
too
that's
deep.
like Pinocchio is like becomes a real boy and he's fake. Like it's kind of one. Anyways, who's? Oh yeah, Mick. It's
Yeah,
your
when you're
turn.
not hollow, you're a real boy, and then when you're hollow, okay.
Look,
So anyways, yeah,
take it over.
the question
I was reaching.
the question I fucked up basically was that there was like some Steam exploit that that Valve paid a white hat hacker when they discovered it and like privately brought it to their attention. He found a way to get infinite Steam wallet money.
Holy
ruined it for the
crap.
rest of us.
Wow.
So
Oh
you know,
no! I
Thank
would
that
have
guy.
loved to know that exploit.
jerk.
All right, so Mick, you get the concept here. You're just going to fill in the headline blank, or try to.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Mick, are you ready? Here we go. In a surprise move, this week, Intel announced their very own line of blanks to compete with NVIDIA and AMD.
Graphics.
Correct. Some followers were disappointed by Abandon's real-time experience app first feature trailer after it went live, as it was simply a 5-second teaser of blank.
No idea.
Feet walking on a wooden floor. Perhaps seeking vengeance for their squashed brethren, a stack of plastic blanks collapsed on a ride at Japan's Super Mario World.
Dildos?
Goombas. Fans of Overwatch are pushing to have Blizzard rename the character Blank after his namesake, Jesse Blank, was fired from the company as they suspect the firing was related to sexual harassment and discrimination allegations.
That was that Overwatch thing, right?
Uh-huh.
That character, McCree.
That's right. You got it. All right.
Oh, wow. That was a respectable score.
That was a respect. That's
Hey, are we done
me.
with Abandon? For the love of God,
Yeah.
are we done?
I'm tired of talking about this thing.
Are you familiar with that, Mick? That whole PS5 abandoned Kojima thing?
Oh, was that the one where people getting hyped for a game that they thought was from Kojima, but turns out it wasn't actually from Kojima?
Well, no one has confirmed that yet, and a lot of people think it actually still is.
Shut up! It's over. It was feet walking on a wooden platform. That's it.
Well, apparently they had already released that somehow in the past before too. So it was like,
How did that demo break? How did it take them that long
it's all
to
on
fix
purpose,
it?
and it's a big conspiracy. So Kojima can
Oh my
can
God.
release the game.
I'm one that's still undecided. Tim is the one who says he's sure it's sure as shit has something to do with Kojima.
If it's not Kojima, this is the biggest disaster of any game company ever in the entire world ever.
It's really
It
weird.
does not make any sense otherwise.
Oh, so wait, what did you say? What was the creature or whatever thing that fell on the people?
I just saw this article.
What did you say, Mick? What was your answer to that?
I said dildos.
Dildos, yeah. No, a giant stack of dildos did not fall on attendees to the Japan Super Mario
Well,
World.
as we all know, dildos are Goombas in the Australian version of the Super Mario
Christ.
Brothers.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Amazing.
But no, I don't think that's the case. Yeah, and then I
Nothing
thought,
worse than a bunch of dildos hitting you in the face.
I can think of one thing worse. So the one that blew my mind was the Intel thing. Like Intel just announced their Arc series.
It's kind of like one of
GPUs.
those things where it's like, wait, you haven't done that yet?
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with more competition in that market too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
and
I think
then-
AMD is coming strong too with their GPUs. So like,
makes you wonder how
Yeah,
they're doing
they've
this.
got another lineup coming soon as well.
hell yeah.
Makes you wonder what's going on with like the microprocessors in order to make these things and stuff like that. Is now the right time to have mentioned that kind of thing, or is the market kind of recovering on manufacturing of those?
Probably. Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, they're still going to struggle to make whatever they.
Yeah, exactly. So
Are you guys
we'll see.
running? Are you Intel processor folks? Are we all Intel?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What'd you ask? I missed
There's
it.
new ones. There's actually really good ones of them coming out at the end of this year, actually.
For the processors? Oh, cool.
You have Intel, right, Tim?
He has Intel,
I have an
all right.
Intel
CPU?
yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do.
Yeah.
I've got the 6600K still.
Yeah,
And it-
yeah.
Rumors are meant to be true. The new older late CPUs will be about 22% quicker than AMD's top lineup.
Heck yeah. Ooh.
See, he
I'm
knows
ready
all
for
the
this.
all the
I'd buy
stats.
it. I've paid less and less attention over the years, and it's
I'd buy
the
that
most
for $1.
relaxing thing
man.
that's ever happened to me.
I told you guys before, but when I upgraded my i7 to an i9, yeah, and I had a 1080 GPU at the time, it made it feel like a brand new graphics card.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
it
you-
really
wait.
was insane.
Yeah, because I'm running an i5 Gen 8, and I haven't had any issues with it, but I swear, everyone's like, well, you got to upgrade to i7 because that's going to give you a lot more speed. It's going to let you do multi-threading tasks and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but I can do that with the i5 Gen 8.
Yeah, I'm just saying that jump that I took from i7 to i9 was way more than I thought it was going to be.
Nerds!
For running games. I don't know.
It also has a lot to do with what monitor you're using and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like if you're only using like a smaller 1080 monitor, like you don't necessarily need something bigger and better.
What's your setup over there, Mick? What are you using?
What do I got? I've got an Asus like ultra wide, and as soon as you move into those
Tough.
ultra wides, like that's where you start to need something bigger and better.
I happen to know that we have a listener who's interested in getting an ultra wide. Could you give us a quick breakdown of what you think of having an ultra wide monitor?
There's pros and cons. If
Oh, we did it. We did
so
it.
if you've got like 2 monitors still, so I've still got a 27-inch. It does take up a lot of real estate on your desk, like having that ultra wide. So you do kind of stretch your neck. Where it comes into really handy though is like your work and stuff like that. So, when you've got like your emails and stuff open, you can snap them to both sides of the screen. Also, if you're going to get an ultra wide, actually the new Windows 11 update that's coming soon, they're actually going to be implementing better snapping. So you can have like 4 things on the one screen. You can actually, you'll be able to, it'll be a lot smoother on that too. So ultra wide will become a lot more relevant. But you do need a beefier CPU and GPU for that, especially if you're running a game or something.
How beefy?
Tim, are you running a 10 series?
I'm on a 2070 Super.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, I'm just asking because
fine.
I'm also jacking around with that old ass processor.
What do you consider? Were you considering a widescreen?
I actually am. Yeah, we were over at a friend's house the other day, and he was like showing off his computer setup.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh my god, that is so cool looking! I want one of those." And I'm a one monitor kind of guy, so I'd be totally fine with just maximizing.
When
that.
we're saying widescreen, are we meaning curved, or are we meaning just like a straight widescreen?
I think that'd be sweet to have a curved one.
Is that Mick? Yours is curved.
They're all generally most of them are curved, but like
it's a pretty personal question. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's curved at the tip.
Just a little bit.
So what? Anyways, yeah, we got through the monitor. What other system?
So 9900K, like the 3090 from EVGA.
Fancy
dude. Yeah, he's doing the ray tracing.
Yeah. M.2 drives at RAID 0.
Oh, dude, when I learned about the M2 drives, and this is me 2 years ago, prior M2 drive, it is night and freaking day. It's amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
It's so amazing.
Actually, we didn't talk about this in the news in the last couple of weeks. I should have. That you can pop those suckers into a PS5 now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Linus did a video on the specifics of that actually, with the whole he tested ones that were not meant to go in there and stuff like that. And yeah, PS5 have really locked it to very much specific ones that they want in there.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I was going to say, man, if they're going to let any M2, whatever you want to pop in there, that's amazing.
We actually have one more news section.
All right.
To go over for Ryan.
I have to?
You have to.
Boy.
You have to participate in this.
All right. All
right, buddy. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. A Spec Ops The Line dev and Robin Fink, guitarist of the band Blank, known in part for their work on the original Quake soundtrack, are starting a game studio together.
Thick.
9 Inch Nails. Xbox
Robin
boss Phil Spencer confirmed this week that Microsoft's streaming service xCloud works well on the upcoming Blank.
The Steam Deck.
Correct. Following numerous rumors, a report has verified that Rockstar is working on remastering Blank.
Are they going to do Grand Theft Auto 3?
Keep going.
Vice City and San Andreas?
That's right.
No shit.
343 Industries swears up and down that the bots in Halo Infinite aren't intentionally blanking players.
Teabagging.
That's correct.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Ryan with 3 points on this. He won the news game.
I heard that. Oh my god, that's so funny. If they are though, why don't you make the bots teabag the players?
I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a
brilliant
brilliant marketing move.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
The actual truth is that they're actually doing that.
Have you heard the female appropriate for the teabag?
No.
Is that real?
Have a guess of what
the V bag.
Wing or something like that.
V-bag.
Camel crouch.
That sounds like
That's actually pretty good.
That's
Moose knuckling.
Yeah, that sounds like a wrestling move.
No, it's referred to the clam slam.
The clam slamming. They're clam slamming over
There's
here.
one more thing that I read on the news, but I couldn't think of a way to put it into the question. But I thought Kenny would just appreciate this. Somebody created a first-person Bloodborne mod.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome.
Yeah, that was when does that mod come out? Because I want to see that.
I want to play it. I don't know when it comes out.
I want to smell it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Would you play a whole Bloodborne experience from beginning to end in first person? Like, do you think you could do it?
I would totally do it. I'm sure it would be hard as a motherfucker, but I would try it for sure. I'm sure, I don't know if this is for fact, but I would imagine that as far as a release date goes, it's probably like all big mods that it doesn't really have one until it's just ready when it's ready.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for certain, though. But yeah, I'll totally play it when it comes out. I also read in that same article that there's already one for Dark Souls 3, and I didn't even know that. So
Really?
I want to look into those and try them out.
Did I know about that? I might have known about it. I don't know. I don't know if I knew about that.
Wait, is Bloodborne on PC right now, too?
No!
Oh.
And I'm angry about it.
Well, no, because like
You're
then
angry at Ryan about it.
I don't know.
Stop asking, Ryan.
How do they mod then? How does one mod?
That is another good question, isn't it? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I was reading that article too and wondering the same thing. It's like, how this isn't on PC, so how is there a first person on Bloodborne? Yeah, do you know anything about that?
No. I mean, I'm sure it's through an emulation or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or they've got a hold of a developer console, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know, but yeah, many Bloodborne fans have been waiting a very long time for any version of the game to play in 60 frames, PC or not. They won't release a patch for it for PlayStation. They've had the whole life of the PS Pro could have gotten a 60 frames patch. Now they have the PS5, no 60 frames patch.
Yeah.
Every other Souls game runs in 60 frames. The damn thing does not run in 60 frames.
Well, maybe they just got different priorities right now. You know what I mean? Like with other things.
Don't worry, man. They got, but at least they gave you a Ghost of Tsushima, like remaster or whatever it is.
That's what everybody really wanted.
I'm sure it's coming eventually. I can't imagine. There's so much demand for it. You see it everywhere with the Bloodborne community.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Anyways.
I still think the director's cut FedEx simulator is pretty hilarious, considering the director released the original cut.
Yeah, he actually came out and said that he doesn't approve of the term director's cut for his Death Stranding, but I don't know why whoever slapped that name on it.
Hideo Kojima, and that's his
Yeah,
world.
someone at Sony obviously decided, okay, we're going to start calling these director's cuts because they have the Tsushima one and the Death Stranding one. I don't know, it's weird. You covered most of the stuff I was going to say in the news. The Grand Theft Auto remasters.
Yeah,
which
pretty
sounds
awesome.
pretty cool to me.
There is so tomorrow there's going to be, for your Nintendo Pokemon nerds, there is going to be a Pokemon Direct tomorrow. We're recording this on Tuesday, so it'll be Wednesday. And they're going to go over this one called Pokemon Arceus, which I'm actually very interested in because it is a Breath of the Wild Pokemon game.
That's
That's
the one.
pronounced Arceus?
Arceus.
I don't trust you with pronunciations anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not allowed to pronounce things.
That Viking ship has sailed.
No, but it's a open world Pokemon game. It's like took them this long to do it, but finally we're getting a game where you actually walk around and you can freaking like throw the Pokeball instead of being in a turn-based game.
Believe it when I see it.
I've never played a Pokemon, but I did see that trailer. What was it, last year or something?
They probably are, dude. Like, people are pretty over the same game that's basically existed since Game Boy.
Yeah.
Just with the refresh.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know, because now we're at a point where it's not only just the same game with a refresh, now we're refreshing the same game with a refresh because they keep bringing back those old game in a new polish.
I'll take a cue from Ryan here and just say, like, you know what the problem is with Pokemon?
What is it, Tim?
It's too popular, and they can get away with making subpar games.
You know what the problem with Nintendo is?
What?
Nintendo can do that as well.
Yeah,
any
just in general.
Nintendo property can get away with that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and some things they put effort into it, and some things they don't. And I feel like that they could have put way more effort into the most recent Pokemon generation games, and they just shit the bed with it.
Yeah. That's
kind of universal with a lot of games, though. Like, Call of Duty relies on that whole system that people are just going to play it because it exists. Like
Assassin's Creed, you have anything Ubisoft. Basically, I'll just say Ubisoft. It's just Ubisoft.
It's amazing.
Speaking of all the technical GPU-y stuff we were talking about, I actually will segue that into what we've been playing. Because, funnily enough, instead of playing all the newer stuff like we've been doing Death's Door and Grime and all that, this past week I just kind of sat, I don't know why, I just all of a sudden decided, you know what? I'm going to squeeze all the juice I can and unleash the power of the 3080 and start playing some big graphical games and with big ray tracing stuff.
So what'd you do with it?
It's got in the mood to do that. So I fired up Control again.
Okay.
Started to get into the Alan Wake expansion.
Why does it feel like Control has become like this generation's crisis for like checking out how powerful new GPUs
Is it though?
are? I don't know, just like because everyone else
It's
that says
really-
ray tracing on something, you know what I mean?
mean,
It's
that-
like a quick jump in to do it.
But anyway, Control is fun as hell. And
that's good.
yeah, did you play that whole game, Mick?
Dude, I played it on my like OLED LG sort of 65 inch with the surround sound and stuff.
Humble brag.
Like, fucking amazing game.
Man.
Like,
Yeah, it was incredible. It looks incredible. And
Look,
the
any
Alan
game-
Wake expansion, the stuff I'm learning in that kind of makes me want to play Alan Wake, even though I never have, because there's a lot of Alan Wake lore connecting with the Control lore. I never played
Same
it.
developers?
Same developers, yep.
Sweet. Yeah. Alan Wake seemed like a cool ass game. Like it was
Yeah.
like the whole premise of using a flashlight as a weapon.
Yep.
So cool.
And they bring that into this expansion too. Like there's oh man, and think about that with the ray traced lighting. There's like puzzles you have to like grab a light with your telekinesis power and shine it on stuff to melt it and things like that. Yeah, with the ray tracing and oh my god, it looked great.
Control is such a beautiful game too. I mean, like it was so well designed, and the story was really awesome. Like I loved that game.
You know, I think I didn't like about the game Control is that I played with a control, which is kind of ironic.
Oh.
That you play with a controller?
I think I've seen you testing Red Dead as well.
Well, that was my next one. The Red Dead 2 is the next game I popped in.
It's not
to unleash
about
the power,
playing
yeah.
the games. It's just about seeing if you can get the
Yeah, I wanted to just see what everything looks like with
with
everything just
Yeah.
cranked up. And I actually was at a point in the story on my playthrough in Saint Denis or Saint Denis, whatever the hell it's called. And I was just in the nighttime with all the lights in that city up and the ray tracing. Oh my God, it looked great. But then the game that I popped in after that, that really hooked me for the rest of the weekend was Prey.
Okay.
My second playthrough of Prey.
Okay. Your second playthrough?
My second playthrough. Thank you. But man, I like that game even more than I thought I did before.
Yeah?
This is one of my top games, like of in the tier 2 Bethesda. Like you got, your Fallout and Elder Scrolls. The next one down, I like Dishonored 2. I really like Wolfenstein 2. I think Prey is above all of those for me. I fucking love Prey. It's a great game.
Holy crap! That is a.
I'd agree. Like even that opening cinematic when you're going through the city, like.
Yeah.
And then it turns out you're not going through the city.
Almost got my pun out.
Oh,
that was
you have a
high
pun?
praise. Okay.
High praise. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Oh boy.
That game has a bunch of stuff that I like builds. You can.
You like builds?
Yes, I like builds. You can spec into
builds.
you can spec into being more alien power or more human.
Yeah.
If you get too much alien power, the turrets and computer systems around there recognize you as an alien. You get
neat.
like fired upon and stuff like that. And just the whole story of this space station that was taken over by this technology and this crazy like alien shit. And you find like remnants of people, like dead people and transformed in these weird shits and their stories, and there's like a D&D side story of these office party, like a group of office co-workers that were playing a D&D game together, and you find their character sheets in different places and things like that. And,
cool.
Yeah, I just all the systems that
All I remember is the mimics and the foam gun in that game.
Yeah, the foam gun is cool because
Turning into a teacup.
yeah, turning into a coffee
Beating
cup.
the final boss.
Yeah,
Oh.
beating the final boss.
Yeah, somebody did that. They posted a video of them beating the final boss.
Oh, with the-
as a teacup.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
as a teacup.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sure it's possible, yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to get through, kind of like the cyberpunk thing of like if you get enough strength, you can just rip doors open.
Yeah.
You can like lift big shit up, or other ways to solve things like turning into the cup or firing a styrofoam Nerf
Yeah.
gun through a window to unlock the door.
That was a cool concept, though, because it basically was make your own platform gun. So, ways of getting around and doing stuff the developers probably didn't intend for.
Well,
you
you'll
to do.
convince me then. I'll put it
I
back
think
on the
you
list
should,
of
yeah.
games I should try.
It's really good, and that's about. Prey took up almost my entire weekend. I played. That's the only thing I played. I played the fuck out of
That's
Prey.
the only
and
thing
I'm almost
you
at the end
prayed.
again, and I love it.
Yeah.
Well, damn, Mick, what have you been playing recently?
Actually, not much. A fair bit of work. I think I was playing Red Dead as well myself. I'm on my third attempt to try and finish the game. I've got Control sitting there. I was playing a bit of that. I tried one of the free games on Epic, Obstruction, which was, if you remember, Myst with its 12 discs.
Ooh.
Epic gave, it's like a same game from that same creator, so I was giving that a go. I installed today Marvel's Avengers, the most hated game in the world, to try out the Wakanda update.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Near Replicant, it was the big one I think I'd probably play.
Oh yeah, I was trying to tell Tim to play Near Automata.
Yeah, that's also my list of games that I will try out maybe sometime.
What do you think, going back to Avengers, why do you think that didn't really, go so well, like when it first initially launched? Like, is it boring? Is it, I haven't played much of it, but it was so lukewarm received, and I don't know why. So what is the kind of consensus of that?
I don't know, Mick, you got any insight to this?
It gets super repetitive. Like its end game is like almost not really even worth it. It's Square Enix do a good storyline, so like that was evident. But like away from the story, like them trying to do the open world thingy just didn't really work.
Lack of content, right? I guess.
Yeah, the end game content, like if you're creating that whole sort of sense of getting new gear and upgrading and stuff to try and, increase the level of difficulty, it's just not there. And even like, I think Mike, one of the other guys we play with, what annoyed him the most is like you get new gear and shiny toys or whatever, but nothing changes on your character. You still look exactly the same.
Lame.
It is lame.
Yeah. I mean, it's so weird to think it's like we are in 2021 and they still have, these aesthetics don't change your appearance. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I think there's a level of quality with those live service games now with like Destiny and Division that like if these other games come and try to do it and they're not quite as good in all the different areas to work on, then they always seem a little subpar, I guess, right?
Yeah. I'll go over what I've been playing. I set aside some time this week and was looking at what's coming up on Xbox Game Pass over the next couple months and decided that I was going to refresh myself on Age of Empires. So I loaded up Age of Empires 3 because Age of Empires 4 is coming out. I don't know. You've never played Age of Empires. Have you played Age of Empires?
Oh, I love it.
Mick, have you played Age of Empires?
Age of Empires 2 was like one of my first ever games.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, see? So here's the thing. A lot of people say that. I've never played Age of Empires 2. I've only played Age of Empires 3. That's the only one I've really gotten into. But I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dated a little bit. The controls are a little bit dated on it, but that doesn't bother me too much. I love like the cool like historical takes they do and stuff like that. This is all like kind of about discovering the new world and the fights that arise from that, and it actually has like decent character development, which is something I guess I wouldn't really like think about on that level, but yeah, I like it. It's worth booting up sometime if you like RTSs at all, or if you think you'd be interested in RTS at all. I mean,
I've heard of it enough by now that I should probably play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that way back in the day when it first came out. I thought it was just such a fun like experience. Plus, like they have this system where you, as you do stuff, you kind of level sort of, and you get like, it's a card deck that you have, and you get to choose a card that gives you a global benefit.
And they frame it basically as you belonging to like different trading companies across the world.
Yeah.
So when you buy these cards, you get like more things you can purchase from these trading companies, and they'll send them to you while you're in the middle of levels. So they're like good oh shit buttons or ways to like start up a level better.
I need a military now.
Yeah, I need military
Here
to
we
start,
go.
or I need more peasants so I can get more
So
food.
that way you can focus on one thing and be like, okay, I got this to really give me what I need.
I do
right
like
there.
card systems that are small things within games. I do usually, actually. Like Caravan or Gwent.
Yeah. Well, it's not really like that.
Or like,
but it's-
any kind of like skill buff things where you're collecting different cards that do like
and it's
perks.
the same way. Like you can wrap your game around different ways. So like, I don't know, if you invest in military stuff early on, you don't have to like build up your military as quickly, but it takes you longer to like build up your peasantry so that they can actually like feed your Tuscan villa.
Well, another great thing they did with 3 that went away from 2 is that 2, you would, when you were collecting lumber, when you're collecting food, when you're doing any of that, your workers would have to go to that place, collect it, and then bring it back to a house. And then in 3, you just go and you just chop down lumber and you immediately get the lumber. You don't have to bring it back to anything. So it expedites a lot of it.
That's cool. What have you been playing, Ryan?
So I've been playing a lot of Grime, trying to grime it out.
I wonder if you're farther than me now.
No.
Are you sure?
Well, and I did get a little bit further in Death's Door. I found the door.
Found the door.
I found the door. And I beat the second boss.
Okay, cool.
And now I don't know where to go.
We'll just check the map.
You know what's funny?
There's no map.
I ended up beating the second boss last because I did everything in that dungeon that you do, and then I just walked out without walking through that last door to go beat. I think it's the same one that like
Spoilers.
Yeah, I don't know.
God.
Apparently that can happen.
Yeah. So I'm moving forward in that game. Grime I'm playing a lot of. It's still fun as hell, but it's still a very big challenge game. But I'm enjoying that. But what I played a lot this weekend, Diablo 2 Resurrection. I played the beta.
All right.
Nice.
How was that?
It was great. It was honest to God, because like when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, Yes, exactly, right?
That was a shit show.
Which is a shame because Warcraft 3, oh my God,
yeah.
such a good
It's
game.
like classic. It's like an amazing game, but they like totally shit the bed and released like a terrible product when they did that Reforged crap.
Oh, yeah. No, Diablo 2 Resurrection is absolutely a faithful like it's 1-to-1, just better graphics, streamlined a couple things, like you don't have to click on gold when you go over it. It just immediately collects as you go over it, which is fantastic. Has a really cool feature. The Halo Master Chief Collection did this, but you can press a button and it goes between the old graphics and the new graphics.
Oh, wow.
So it's like
That's cool.
just fun to transition back and forth between the two and just see the differences. And just like playing Diablo 2 again was, and obviously Blizzard things aside, because their policy and how they've been conducting themselves lately has just been abysmal. But like in terms of their game structures, and then like looking at Diablo 2, even in a past sense, like that game, I didn't think it was going to hold up. It holds up better than Diablo 3 does.
That's what I was about to ask you, because
it holds up better than Diablo 3 does.
I've only played 3. I never played 2, so I was wondering what the big differences are.
So much more customization you can do.
Oh, good.
In Diablo 2 than you could do in Diablo 3. Now, I got pretty far. So the beta goes to the end of Act 2, I believe. But I got into Act 2. I was getting my character up pretty high, and then found out that apparently when the game releases, your beta characters don't transfer over. So I was like, screw this, and I stopped playing.
I hate
It's
when
like,
they do
it's
that.
pointless.
One of the reasons why I find it very hard to play a lot of those kind of betas, like New World recently and stuff, like, because nothing transitions, and I might as well just wait until the full release of whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, I don't get why they can't just be like, well, okay, cool. Here's your progression. Here's your stuff. Like, go for it. It's not like I bought the game. In order to get in the beta, you have to purchase the game. So they already have my money.
Even if it was just like even if you just got pushed past like the beginning of the game, like level 10 or something, like,
just give
something
me,
to
yeah. No, I mean, I totally, because like I don't like redoing things over and over and over again. There's a point in repetition that I'm like, I am done with this. I mean, I was enjoying Diablo 2. I played with some friends online. We had a blast playing the Resurrection beta. But yeah, once I got to level 30 or so, and then I was like, this doesn't carry over. That took me about 15 hours, 20 hours to do. And okay, fun.
So Mick, did you play the New World beta, or were you just did not do it for that reason?
Yeah, I didn't. I played last year, like, just to test it out, because everybody else was. But yeah, this year I figured I'd tested it. I'll just wait for the release, like, since I'd already paid for it. So
was it pretty cool? Like, what about when you played the earlier one? What was that game like compared to like a WoW or an ESO?
I never played WoW.
Okay,
but I played ESO.
Sure.
Oh, good for you.
I don't know. It had elements that were quite cool. I didn't enjoy the resource gathering. It felt a little grindy from when I played it. And the combat is very simple. It's just point and click. Like, I think the thing that could do it for it, it's new. I think that's probably going to be its selling point, shiny new thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to try it. I don't know. I want some kind of MMO that's
what's
different than this.
Amazon's win streak been like with their studio and game studio? Yeah,
today.
I can't even name a game that they. Is there another Amazon Game Studio game?
I didn't even know there was an Amazon Game Studio.
These guys need a Jamie like on Joe Rogan to look this shit up.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, we kind of do have a laptop.
We'll take that to our fact checker.
What was that?
See if we can go to Jamie.
What was that Amazon streaming service that they had?
That's Amazon Prime Video.
You mean Luna?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I did Luna. Luna's actually, I was telling you guys a couple, I don't know. Wow, we've been doing this podcast for a long time. This might have been a month ago, that I was telling you about this. And Luna was actually pretty dope.
It was Crucible.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Crucible. I forgot about that game. Oh, what a crap game.
I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I guess it's a crap game.
It was a real time. It was
41% like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was like a team shooter, but you play.
For some reason, I got in my head that he was saying, I liked it about 41%. I was like, oh, that was really specific.
41% like factor.
Yeah, it was like a team shooter, but you play as a person that's like floating above the battlefield or something, and you commanded people to do stuff. It was weird.
I think it's time, Tim. To answer the age-old question, are you smarter than a Leet Gamer? All right, gentlemen, I have a new game for you here. 3 categories. They're not all new, actually. I brought back a classic.
Sure. Which one?
What do you think?
Synonyms.
Yeah. It would be synonyms.
Oh, synonyms. Cool.
My favorite. I don't think I'm ever going to get sick of
What
synonyms.
else do we always reprise?
I will
Someday
explain.
we're going to run out of games.
I will explain synonyms after I go through these. In order.
Oh, that reminds me. For the love of God, someone please write in Twitter and give us game ideas.
I meant video games. Eventually, we're going to run out of video games.
There we
We're
go.
gonna be rehashing
There
ones.
we go.
Somebody else is going to have to think of a better one for Mass Effect.
If you want to send us game ideas at TheLeetist on Twitter or TheLeetistPod@gmail.com is where you can do that.
Do it.
For today, I have 3 categories in Are You Smarter Than a Leet Gamer? The categories are called, and Mick, you might want to, if you want to like type these down or something, just so you remember them. There's only 3, unless you can maybe have a better memory than us. They usually write them down so they can remember. But here are the names of the 3 categories. Sorry, they're
That's how we
gathering
can decide
something.
who to go first.
Okay.
I've got a 6-sided dice here, and that could help determine who goes first. I'm like 1 and 2,
yeah,
Ryan's
there
3
you
and
go.
4, and then Mick is 5 and 6.
Sure.
Nice.
The categories are named.
It's Mick goes first.
The categories are named Band of Brothers, and it's spelled band like band, B-A-N-N-E-D.
Oh,
I thought you were about to say band, B-A-N-D. I'm like, yeah, that's how it usually is going.
It's spelled band like the Band of Brothers.
Synonyms is the second one. And the last one, since Ryan did like a kind of personal category to him last time, we have a Kenny Hilo.
Kenny Hilo.
Yep.
Okay.
Should I go ahead and explain all 3
Kenny
of them?
like
Or-
it?
No, do it the same way we normally do it.
Yeah,
You can do it.
let's,
Hey, you know what? You can do whatever you want. You're the host.
You're the host.
Okay, Mick, choose Band of Brothers, Synonyms, or Kenny Hilo.
I'll pick Kenny's hole.
All right.
Who wouldn't?
Kenny Hilo. This game, this is a actual press your luck style game where if you get one correct, you can choose to press your luck and keep going and keep accumulating points if you get them right. But if you get one wrong, you lose all your points. If you're familiar with that concept, the way this game works is I'm going to give you a game and a number of hours high. You have to guess whether I've played that game higher or lower than that number of hours.
Oh,
I like this is the 3rd week in a row that we've done like very personal categories.
I included
That's
one of
like-
them. Yeah, I figured I'll do one like
it's
that.
gonna always be higher.
Not necessarily. Okay, Mick, have I played Dark Souls 3 higher or lower than 300 hours?
It's more than 300 hours.
That's correct.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Do you have it written there?
I have it written, yeah.
750 hours.
No. 378.
God
so
dang it.
it wasn't that far off.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Do you want to press your luck, Mick, and keep going? Chance, risk your points, or do you want to stop right there?
Yeah, I risk it.
Okay. Fallout 4, same thing. Higher, lower, 300. The full game with all the DLCs.
Yeah, you played more than 300 hours.
That's correct. 318. Would you like to keep going?
Amazing.
Sure.
Divinity Original Sin 2, higher or lower than 300 hours?
Gonna go lower.
Oh my God, you're doing really good here, and I'm forgetting the sound effects.
Amazing.
There's
I'm
your
having a
sound
really
effect.
bad time right now because Mick's doing
Well,
really good.
He could lose it. He could lose it all if he keeps going. You got 3 so far. Do you
Keep
want to
going.
press your luck or no?
I'll hold.
Hold. Okay,
Oh,
smart man.
lame.
Damn it.
That's a quick 3
All right,
points
Tim,
for Mick.
Tim, go for the same category.
Well, that's the only one that's higher or lower. So, like it's the only way to, catch up quick. Everything
Do
else
it.
or that's the only one that's push your luck.
That's press your luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
press your luck.
Do it.
Oh, man. All right, I'll do it. Synonyms.
Oh, synonyms. Okay. So synonyms we've played many times. Basically, I'm going to give you the title of a video game, but give you it in synonym form. An example of this would be, I think,
Universal outcome.
well, Ryan used universal.
Yes, that's right. A bad example of this would be universal outcome.
Bad example of this, but another example
Sorry,
of
I
this.
invented this category. I can do what I will with this.
For example, Crimson Departed Absolution was Red Dead Redemption.
That's right,
Because they're
yeah.
all synonyms of the names. So the first one I'm going to give Tim. This is a stealable category. So I'm going to go around in a circle if you get it wrong. I think this will be the only one that's stealable.
Oh, again, I'm just writing down what you're about to say because my memory.
Here we go. Columns of Forever.
Pillars of Eternity.
Very good, Tim.
Amazing.
I'm a winner.
Starts off a little easier.
Push my luck.
It's going to get a little harder. That's not a press your luck.
I'll take 500, Bob.
Ryan, it's your turn. Which category would you like?
Push your luck. Let's do it. I'm going to get points.
You want to get the Kenny high-low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Higher.
Now we're going to go the original Dark Souls. Higher, lower, 300.
The original Dark Souls, not the remastered or the... Does this include the expansions? Did you platinum it?
This includes...
You have to answer these now.
I mean, obviously, you know that I've played everything in Dark Souls. I will tell you guys that this is Steam numbers, by the way.
Yeah.
So some of these games I also played on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I tell you whether I did?
Lower.
Lower is correct.
Amazing.
Dark
job.
Souls.
I was going to go down a rabbit hole. I didn't want.
Well, here's the thing. Dark Souls on Steam, I have 245.
I'm sure you have more on the PlayStation.
Not even.
Yeah,
It's
or
Switch. I had another full playthrough on Switch.
Dear God, wow.
245 on Steam, though.
All right, let's keep going.
Press your luck.
Let's go.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, higher or lower than 150?
Higher.
Oh my gosh, you're correct.
Amazing.
I've played that game for 177 hours.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
I remember
What
you.
the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
Played that game for 177 hours?
And I never beat it.
That was 150 hours of sailing to locations.
Like random question marks that mean absolutely nothing.
I had a
in the
good
long
time
run.
with that game. I don't know. It was fun. Okay. Would you like to press your luck, Ryan?
I'm not. Actually, I'm going to bank my 2 points.
All right.
There
Ryan's
we
got
go.
2 points in the bank, and we're back to Mick. And you are going to pick from
Is
Band of...
anyone keeping score, right?
I am. Band of Brothers, Synonyms, or Kenny Hilo?
I'll finish the Kenny Harlow.
Okay. Well, it goes on for a while, but I don't know if you're going to finish it. We'll
No,
find
he's
out.
just going to do it all.
He's going to keep on doing it. He's going to keep pushing until
High, low.
Look, you guys know each other too well. This just isn't fair.
You know my gaming habits better than he does, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here we go. Civilization 6, higher or lower than 150 hours?
I'm going to go lower.
Oh, you are correct, sir.
Amazing.
You know you're Kenny. I have 133 hours in Civ 6. All right, would you like to press your luck?
Yes.
Darkest Dungeon, higher or lower than 100 hours?
I don't even know what that game is.
Really? Oh, you probably like that game.
Higher?
That's correct, 122
Amazing.
hours.
Yeah.
Would you like to press your luck?
No, I'll hold.
All right.
My God, he's on a roll.
Strategic here. These guys always just
Actually,
bet it
no
all.
one's missed a high-low from Kenny, so Tim, go
Yeah,
for
I really
it.
got to get in there. I got to get a
You
bunch
wanna
of
get in
points.
there?
Get
So
up
I'm
on-
going to do
yep.
synonyms.
Tim likes the synonyms.
Someone, for the love of God, get Band of Brothers.
Oh, yeah, there's another category. Can I do that one instead?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
Band of Brothers. This
right.
one, I kind of suited this one towards our guest. I'm going to give you the name of a game. I know he's already winning, but I'm going to give you the name of a game. You're going to tell me whether it is banned, not banned, or it was banned and it's been overturned in Australia.
Oh, geez.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Manhunt.
Band.
Correctamundo.
Amazing.
Like band hunt.
Band
That's
hunt.
probably pretty easy.
Is this impress your luck?
That might be easy for you. I don't know if it's going to be easy for
Or
them.
is that just it?
That's it.
Oh, yeah, go. Band.
What? You're going to go next?
Yeah.
You want Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
All right, remember, it's
high.
banned, not banned, or overturned.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Fallout 3.
Overturned.
Correctamundo.
He's right, because it was
Originally banned due to drug use related to incentives and rewards. It was also edited where morphine became Med-X after they...
Yep.
Yeah.
MedX, yeah.
Okay. Mick, which category?
Come on, join us, Mick.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to go for the bend.
Okay, Band of Brothers. GTA Vice City. Banned, not banned, or overturned?
Which one was that?
Vice City
Vice
is
City.
the second, 80s themed Miami one.
With Ray Liotta.
Overturned.
I'm sorry. You finally got something wrong.
No,
That one
dang.
never banned.
You suck, man.
Not banned.
Ouch.
Not banned, never banned.
That's my way down the toilet and disappeared.
However, San Andreas was for hot coffee.
There you go.
Right?
That's correct. It was a kind of a trick one there. San Andreas was banned for hot coffee. I think it was overturned after, but I didn't include
It
that one.
was.
Okay, back to Tim.
Synonyms.
Synonyms. Reliquary robber.
What was that first word?
Reliquary robber.
Reliquary.
Reliquary? How do you... What?
You don't know the word reliquary?
Oh, shit. Should I know that word?
I think so.
Robber.
Yep.
Robber, like thief or
Tick, tick.
What's happening?
I don't know.
All right. This is the stealable category, so we'll kick it over to Ryan, see if he can get reliquary robber. I don't think he does because he doesn't know what a reliquary is.
Sly Cooper in the band of mischievous.
Mick, you have a chance. Do you know what that is a synonym for?
Oh, Sea Thieves?
No. Reliquary robber is Tomb Raider. Yes.
Oh, like a relic?
Yeah.
Reliquary is like a mausoleum or a tomb, or it's like
I've never heard that word.
Interesting. That was a Tim question, so we're going to go to Ryan. You pick the next category.
Reliquary robber, please.
That's not a category.
Oh my God, I'll go for synonyms.
All right. Fallen cubicles. Fallen cubicles.
Fallen cubicles. So cubicles are square.
Where you take a dump.
Getting a little harder here.
What the hell? Pass. I don't
All
know.
right. Mick, you got a guess for that one? Fallen cubicles.
That was him taking a dump.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Tim.
This is synonyms, right?
Yep.
Oh, fallen. So like dropped or down.
Cubicle.
Cubicle. A
As
cubicle
in-
is like a desk in an office. What else could a cubicle? Is there some like
Square.
obscure?
Oh.
It's
Word
a
for-
little I don't know what the word, these are synonyms on Google.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a hint because everyone else will complain. So
Square or Tetris.
okay. Fallen cubicles is dead cells.
Yeah.
Fallen as in departed,
I
fallen.
knew I was going to hate that answer.
Cubicles, cell,
Worse
Worst
than Mass
episode
Effect?
ever.
cell as in
Worse
a cage.
than Mass Effect?
No, that was the worst, Ryan. And you have to just deal with that for the rest of your life.
All right, that was Ryan's question. So Mick, category, Band of Brothers synonyms or Kenny High-Low.
Let's go band.
All right. Band to band. Hotline Miami 2.
I know it exists, so
That's
it's
good.
either overturned or it's fine. It has to be, I'm going to go overturned, just at a guess.
Hotline Miami 2 is banned at this moment in Australia.
No shit.
They banned that game and the collection that included Hotline Miami
Well,
1.
Australia doesn't believe in Miami. So
Well,
yeah.
I think your knowledge might be skewed by that VPN you were talking about earlier, Mick.
All right, Tim.
Accidental copies.
Yeah, right. I could do the Kenny High-Low.
All right.
I could do one of those.
We're going to go back to Kenny High-Low with Metal Gear Solid 5 higher or lower than 150.
Higher?
Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Ba, ba, ba.
I should have told you that I played that one on PlayStation 2, but it's 122 hours.
Okay.
Wait, Metal Gears.
Fine, I'll give you all.
No, just go on. Don't
All right, fine.
give me your pity.
I
don't
should
need
tell you guys if I played them separately on
Did
console.
you say Metal Gear Solid 5?
I did, yeah.
On you said PlayStation 2?
The answer's
No,
actually
no.
350 hours,
I'm
but I
saying
spent
that,
225 of them on PlayStation 5.
I've got
That's what you
100
just sounded like.
I've got 122 on Steam, but I should have told him that I also played it
You know what?
on console.
Why not aggregate? Like, why not add
I
all
tried
of
to
them
do that,
together?
but you can't look at PlayStation
now,
hours
if you added,
unless you're on the console yourself.
Apparently, Kenny forgot how to add up.
but Kenny, if you would have added all those together, would have been higher than 150.
Yeah.
Tim gets the
I don't
point.
need you to fight my battles, Ryan.
I will debate for you.
Actually,
I don't want it.
I
I
think
don't want
that's
it.
fair because I did say I should have told you, so that's fair.
All right, then I'll push my luck.
You're welcome, Tim.
Okay, fine,
You're
fine.
welcome, Tim.
Prey, only Steam, higher or lower than 100.
Is that the only game? Is it the only system you've played it on?
Yes.
Okay. Higher, lower than 100 hours.
And he was just praising that game.
Lower. Oh, I lost all my points.
As of today, after my weekend stint with it, I have 110 hours in Prey. All right, we're getting close to the end of this game. We're going to go to Ryan to pick a category.
Let's Kenny
Kenny High-Lows. All right. Baldur's Gate 3 Higher or lower than 100 hours. And keep in mind, this is an early access game, and I've only played it on Steam.
Yeah, lower.
I have
Kenny,
played
why?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Why?
Act 1 and 2 is all that's out. I think it's only Act 1, actually.
Put that much hours into an early access?
Because I love it, and I've played it like 3 times. It's 107 hours.
I'm not mad I lost the point. I'm disappointed in you.
All right, Mick. Band synonyms or Kenny Hilo?
Stick with the ridiculous category of Kenny Hilos.
Okay, we only have a few more of these. Actually, here, I'll even go off of mine, and we'll go on to some of yours. How about that? Some of Tim and Mick Hilos.
All right.
We're going to have Mick guess for Tim's. Here we go. And I think Tim is going to say that he has some idle time on this one. Does Tim have higher or lower than 500 hours on Skyrim?
I don't think that's idle time, man. I think that's me coming back to it over and over again over the past 10 years.
It will higher.
Oh, 498.
Tim, for the love of God, just play 2 more hours.
That fucking game has been in my life for 10 years and across like 16 different systems.
Give it
It's a little reasonable
just
that I
give
haven't
it
played it that
2
much.
more hours, you get it round 500.
So that game I was thinking about
Yeah.
that is on my Steam library list. I've got 144 hours on this parkour jumping simulator game called Valley.
What?
You ever heard of it?
No.
You just start running down a hill and just try to jump over things. And you have like springy boots kind of thing to make you jump really far.
Imagine someone just going through
just
Steam
had that-
library like, holy shit, he really likes
I guess I just had my computer on and just like put this game on and went on vacation and came back like 5 or 6 days later and had logged 144 hours on this game.
All right. How about
Ridiculous.
Do you want to keep going with the high lows, or you want one of the others?
Oh, me? Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
It is.
Synonyms.
All right, sir. Synonyms. It is synonyms. Culminating creativity maneuvers.
Creativity maneuvers. Culminating creativity maneuvers.
I think this one's doable. I don't think it's too crazy hard. But
Culminating collection together end result. What the fuck? Culminating creativity design maneuvers moves. I have no fucking
you're
clue.
done.
Can we just work together on these at this point?
I don't think that one's too hard.
Yeah, these
sure.
are hard.
If you want, go ahead.
United is culminating.
Oh, you want? Was that an answer? I thought you were about to say knighted something.
I said united.
Oh, united. No,
That's
it's not united.
culminating.
What do you got, Mick? You got a guess on this one?
Where the fuck are you finding these?
I'm making them myself.
Google.
They're all synonyms.
Yeah, we'll deduct 10 points from you as well.
Okay. This is Final Fantasy Tactics.
All right.
That's not too hard,
Wait,
right?
finals culminating?
Yeah, culmination is a final.
Sure,
final. Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Creativity maneuvers. All right.
Fantasy.
Ryan, there's one more synonym.
Stretching us thin.
No.
Our brains are starting to break down.
I don't want that.
Sure. What do you
I will take I'll take a band.
Okay. Witcher 3.
Was it a scary Witcher? It's like a ghost. Woo, Witcher 3.
Halloween edition.
Well, I mean, Witcher 3 has alcohol and nudity, so I'm gonna have to say banned.
Negatory. Never banned. Not banned. Never overturned. Not banned. All good in Australia. All good in the hood.
What a weird system we have.
Yeah. Mick.
How many points have we actually made in this trivia? Like grand total amount.
Not many. It's
I feel like
We're doing it.
We're losers here. With the exception
Mick
of
has
Mick and
taken
his,
away with it. Yeah, he's taken away
his
with
high
that.
lows.
Well, he figured out very quickly a 50-50 trivia question is the best way to go.
Just going by how I know Geach's sort of concentration patterns.
You have a Steam page up right now, don't you?
Oh, that is also possible, right?
I know. Maybe I should.
Oh, no, but now I do.
Not do that.
X-ray on the ideas
No,
there, Ryan. Jeez, Louisa.
All right, guys, we got one more in each category.
All right.
So
I'll go band to make sure that I don't check
Okay.
Steam.
There you go.
Stick of Truth. South Park.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Is that the first one or the second one?
That's the first one.
I reckon it was banned and redone for a couple of things. So I'm going to go with overturned.
Correctamundo. Amazing. That was overturned for after
Was
the
it
board.
Kim Kardashian bit? I can't remember.
The board agreed it showed negative impacts. Oh, no, sorry. It was sexual violence involving minors, and it was replaced with a title card that just explained what was happening in that scene.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember.
There you go. Tim, you got 2 categories left. We'll round us thing off with synonyms.
I've been doing really well with synonyms today, so let's go with synonyms.
Okay. I think you'll get this.
Uh-huh.
But I thought about that last one, too. Here we go. I think you'll get this. Behemoth Stalker Society.
Behemoth Stalker Society.
I know this one.
Behemoth. Beast. Stalker. Stalker Society group. No, these are not hitting me tonight.
Ryan.
Monster Hunter World?
There you go.
Amazing.
Monster Hunter World. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still not coming to me.
Yeah.
That
was the first one that really,
My brain must just not be working
the
right
light
tonight.
bulb went off.
We've made it to the end, and why don't I do a special thing here? I'll have each of you guys guess.
Hey, it's my question.
Yeah. But you're going to lose, so I'm giving you guys a chance to get some points here. Here we go.
Well, don't tell me that.
I want each of you guys to write down, and Hammer, you can toss me in the Discord chat if you want. Closest to the pin, Kenny's hours in Elder Scrolls Online on Steam. I'm going to tell you there's a trick to this because I play a lot on PlayStation. I play about equally on both through my life.
But it's on Steam.
But this is Steam hours for
Steam
Elder
hours.
Scrolls Online.
Elder Scrolls Online.
I got my number.
There you go.
It's this top one?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's mine.
Oh my God. Hammer has run away with this game.
Yeah.
His guess was 1,055.
Uh-huh.
Ryan's guess was 15 hours.
Because I thought you played it more on the console.
I said they were about equal.
Oh. I threw it so others could win.
Oh, boy.
And Tim's guess was, what did I write? I can't read my handwriting. 5-something?
560, yeah.
So, Tim, Hammer guessed 1,005. The correct answer is 1888.
Jesus Christ.
Good year. Good year.
On one system.
On one system.
Congratulations, Mick, for winning. And I am, God, Kenny, what the hell?
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
In this, Are You Smarter Than a Leet Gamer? We learned Kenny needs to go see a therapist.
Kenny needs to go outside.
There's probably quite a bit of idle time in that game, I would imagine.
Do you even have time to have a wank?
Now, when you say wank,
I actually haven't played that game on PC in quite a while, but that's what it reads on Steam to this day. And our guest has won the game.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I actually thought you'd get way more of the banned in Australia ones, but I think you only got one right, but you still ran away with it anyway.
It's pretty bloody confusing system here. Like,
That is crazy.
Can
I
you
know.
describe it to us, though?
There's a board. It has to get certified, right? And then it either passes.
there's too many Karen mums and religious people on boards that shouldn't be there.
What is is it the British system is like Peggy 18 or what is that? Like,
Is that British
sure.
or is that here?
no.
Oh.
No, that's
I
like
thought the Peggy
British-
18 stuff was British, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Peggy
I thought it was
18.
US.
That's what I thought. I thought Peggy 18
What the hell would Peggy mean? And why was it said in a British accent?
I'll get our fact checkers on this one.
I know I've seen commercials for US video games that have said Peggy 18 at the end. I'm pretty sure.
What does Peggy have to do with it?
Well,
Yes,
she's coming up with the ratings.
Yes. Who's Peggy and how is she getting these ratings?
The Pan-European Game Information is the European video game content rating system.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's all you need to know. Peggy 18.
So what's the Australian rating system called?
That's a good question. I don't know. For 1,000,000 points, Mick, what is the Australian rating system called?
Don't even know, man.
Well, it's, of course, the ACB, the Australian Classification Board.
Oh, there you
Yeah, I was going to say Australian Review Board or some shit. I don't know.
go. I know it's some sort of classification thing.
It's very important.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
protecting our youth.
So since we have a guest on today, we have to throw them into the ring to battle a debate. And Mick today is going to debate battle me in a slapper debate. And I will do you the
That was
kindness
nice.
of offering to go first. We don't have to flip a coin or anything since you're the guest. So we have provided our answers to Tim and Ryan to ensure that they do not match, and they don't. And the title of today's debate fight is
Best looter shooter.
Best Looter Shooter. And I have pretty strong feelings on this one, so I think this is going to be easy. I didn't have to research this or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start it.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna do the first minute first, and then I'll cut you off. Basically, when you complete a thought after the first minute, and then after that, it's like a free for all. So you can just talk, and you guys can go back and forth and talk over each other and stuff like that. All you want, but everybody gets a minute of their own. Kenny's gonna get his minute as soon as I bring up my clock, and here we go.
Okay, the best looter shooter, in my opinion, it might be a cliche, but it's Destiny. I mean, hands down, I think there's games in the past that did looter shooters well. I guess, I don't know if you even call Diablo is a looter. It's not really a shooter. Anyway, but Borderlands 2 is a great game, sure. It's got loot, really fun loot to get. But none of those games really compare to the kind of uniqueness of the loot that Destiny has, the way it feels, the accomplishment that you get, the memories you have of going into one of these raids and getting these weapons, these loot drops, that you have memories tied to each of these pieces of loot of things you did with your friends, accomplishes you made, and the things you had to fight and battle and win to get this loot. And not only that, all the great memories you have with these guns, they each feel distinctively different and great and do mechanically really cool stuff in the game. I think throughout the years they've refined it in ways that have made it even better and better. I think Destiny's the best looter shooter. I don't have any more time than that. That's it.
Perfect. All right, Mick, let's go ahead and get your minute on the board. Ready when you are.
You don't have to take a full minute. Just say whatever you want.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to argue that Division is the best looter shooter ever made. It has pretty much everything you could ask for. It has different game types. It has multiple different loot. You have mods. You have gear sets that will change all your weapons. You have the Dark Zone, so you can compete PvP and PvE. You've got the Underground, and as a team, you're running through that Underground, and all of a sudden you get dunked on by these like agents that just basically will kill you all. You have like survivalist mode, like you've got basically multiple game modes within a looter shooter to always give you something different to do. Graphically, one of the best games ever made as well.
All right. Sounds like a complete thought. So you two, we've got Kenny with Destiny and Mick with Division. Mm-hmm. So you guys duke it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you can apply that different game modes to Destiny as well. You've got the PvP modes. You got a Gambit was added later, which is another mode, and each of those modes have distinct different loot throughout the game. That the people who play the game for PvP have their own set of loot with their own special things, and the people who play Gambit exclusively have their own cool loot you can only get in Gambit. I think everything that the Division has, that Destiny kind of has the same thing, and maybe even better in some points.
Graphically, the most advanced game would have to be the Division. The Snowdrop engine is arguably one of the best things ever made. You cannot customize your complete loadout in Destiny like you can in Division to run your raids, and each event is actually different. Whereas, unfortunately, Destiny, its makers are lazy. Like, they copy and paste a lot of their assets. Like, what, you pay $60 for a DLC that you then get to replay a map backwards. Doesn't really sound exciting.
Yeah, I haven't sunk enough hours in the Division to nitpick the level design stuff. I'm sure there's something there to nitpick. I just don't know what it is. But
sounds like you should have done your research.
Well, I didn't know I was going up against the Division. I thought you'd pick Borderlands 2, honestly. But yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, those are like interstitial updates before they bring out big updates, right? Sometimes they throw the fans a bone.
I think we should sort of stick to finished product. We can avoid like both every looter shooter. Well, actually, every game has flaws throughout its release, let's say. So let's go like finished product.
Well, sure, but I was just arguing to your point of backwards levels because, they kind of just throw those things out for fans for something to do in between the updates, right? You could get a backwards level that kind of feels different. I mean, it is true though, but yeah, and I think the group events in Destiny are just kind of way more abundant, and with the updates are more abundant than the Division. The raids, I know the Division
you had a PvP, PvE, so you had multiple, and then you had your Underground, which was a different event. Then you had wave-based mode as a group of 4. Then you had Survivalist as a group where you start with nothing. You go back to literally nothing, and then you have to scavenge your way through the game to get the gear to get out.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. We're talking the title of looter shooter, right? We're talking about what makes this sets them apart from other games.
Well, they both loot.
Yeah, the loot is what makes a looter shooter, and how it feels to get the loot. And I think,
I suppose in the Division, you've got the gun, you've got your mods on your gun, then you've got your gear sets that will actually completely change the way that those guns work individually. So you can set up yourself to be a bleed build, like a torrent build, like all within the same weapon system. Like in the Division, it's like, oh, you pick a little bubble and that's it.
You mean Destiny, the bubble thing?
Sorry, yeah, Destiny, the bubble.
Well, yeah, no, there are definitely separate builds in Destiny. They have, each, especially throughout the years, they've added a bunch of stuff where you can have these subclasses. There's like 3 or 4 different ones now. Each class has like 3 different subclasses. You can make builds that, like, everything they've added to that game are like mods you put on things that change things drastically. Mods you put on the guns, mods you put on the armor that changes, make your grenade stronger, your intellect higher, your grenade.
Is that Destiny 2 or is that Destiny 1? Oh, you're talking Destiny 1.
Well, yeah, I'm talking Destiny as a thing.
No. Hold on. So pause
wait,
debate.
So
you said Destiny.
So we're excluding Division 2 then?
Yes.
I can't remember the difference between Division and Division 2.
I've not made any points on.
Oh my God!
Any points on Division 2?
I'm going to say you guys should go ahead and make your final argument.
Yes.
Okay, sure. I think I don't think anything I've said really it can be taken away from Destiny 1. Sure, it's been improved on in Destiny 2 a lot, but all those things were there in Destiny 1. They've just made it better throughout the years. But yeah, original Destiny, I think as a looter shooter, the loot aspect of that game, it just feels way better as a looter shooter to do these things with your friends and accomplish the mechanics in that game, make it way more rewarding to get this loot, I think, than the Division does.
Oh, that was your returning rebuttal. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck you.
The tone of your voice that you were scared. And in
he's getting cerebral.
Get your build. But then when you go into the Dark Zone or in Survival or in the Underground, you're not guaranteed that loot. So it is even more gratifying when you get that loot out because you've got to survive. You've got to fight against other players, like bosses, potentially like agents come spawning out of nowhere and just killing your whole team. So once you get that loot out, it's even more gratifying.
All right. I think I'm content with that debate. Ryan, are you content with that debate?
Yeah. Do you want to do 3, 2, 1 for the win?
No, I'm going to go ahead and just start talking here.
Let's start talking.
So let me get mine out of the way because you probably have more insight to this than I do because I never played either of those games. So here's what I had to do just now for the past couple of minutes. I had to sit here and have you guys sell me a game kind of thing. And frankly, when it comes down to it, I think Mick sold me the game. He kind of made me want to try Division, which is ridiculous because I definitely won't. But at the same time, he made me want, consider it. You know what I mean? Really it sounds like it's got a lot of like diverse options for players out there, and that you can, it's not always. I don't know. I'm not totally familiar with all those game types that you mentioned, but it sounds like they were substantially different enough that Kenny didn't rebut against it as being too samey or anything like that. So clearly, there's different diverse types of gameplay in it, and I remember seeing the videos for Division and that graphics that was like the first thing he tackled on it, and that looked cool. And I'm also just not a sci-fi guy, so I don't have that part of Divinity going for me. So if I'm just going as a guy who's looking at the back of 2 video game boxes, I'm looking at Division, and I'm going to go ahead and pick Division for that one.
For the record, I did argue the separate modes. Gambit has its own loot. PvP has its own blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. Whatever.
sure.
That's fine.
I would say both arguments. I still don't think that you guys tap the loot element of things. You talked about mods, which you like can do with your weapons, but like what is the I guess what makes
the mods in the Division are loot, and like your gear, everything. So all your armor, all your mods and stuff are loot. They're not like upgrades.
Right.
You have to pull them out.
Because I played Division and Division 2 and Destiny 2. I played all of those games. I liked your remark about basically Destiny is just reversing the map. It is. They sold that. They did well with it. But I would say Destiny has better endgame content than
That
Division. However, that wasn't debated. Yeah. So I can't. So Kenny didn't throw that out. Kenny,
you should have. You might have won.
I think if you listen back, you will hear.
Kenny could have also rebutted with the fact that Division, man, you maybe have 5 stages and you like just replay them at higher difficulty, and that's kind of how they do their thing in Division.
That's why I kind of added into the argument the finished game, because unfortunately Division had that, and then they had to then go add. They went and added like over time. So if you just picked up Division at the very end and played it like the complete product, that's where it was like probably it shined the most.
Yeah, and Destiny likewise too. They picked up. I mean, I'm just for sake of like speeding it up. Obviously, I'm going Mick.
One of the greatest things with Division was they had that small movie before the game came out, like just a couple of days before it came out. So you got to watch this kind of like live action movie, like that was kind of like the setup. Like, so instead of having like a bit of an intro video when you started playing it, you had this like full live action movie thing that went with it, like, which made it even better.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with the Division is a better looter shooter. I think that both are great games. Honestly, I enjoyed playing both of them. I'd rather play Destiny's Endgame than Divisions, but playing Division when I was playing with a bunch of friends online was probably more fun than I played with Destiny online.
All right, it is unanimous, Mick. You have won the slap of debate.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I would also like to just go into this discussion. When I did some sort of research of what looter shooters were out there, and there really isn't many. There's only a couple. Like, so one of them being Outriders, the new one.
Oh yeah.
Which
I love Outriders.
Didn't really hit the mark, like in the market as well as what it could have.
It's a shame because it's a really good looter shooter.
Actually, Mick just sent me an article today at work that said like the devs of that game are still waiting to get like royalties or like get paid for a lot of this. They haven't seen like profits yet or something like that. I didn't read it, but I saw that.
Yeah, apparently they've not even made money on it yet.
That's crazy.
I'd say probably the only one I've devoted any time to is not really even a looter shooter, but it's got a lot of loot and shooting in it. That's Fallout 4.
Fallout 4? Yeah. Well,
But I'm also not a big PvPer, so, that's me.
Yeah.
The other one that's sitting on the charts, apparently, if you look at Steam for looter shooters, is Warframe. Now, I'd like to say that I really can't see any argument for that being a looter shooter. Like, but yeah, it comes up nearly on every list as a looter shooter, and I struggle to see.
To play.
Maybe it's because they keep on making top 10 lists, and they keep on needing like the 10th one, and that's Warframe.
Yeah,
it's essentially free to play Destiny.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 was the other big one I thought of. I always tell Tim I think you really need to play that D&D DLC for Borderlands 2.
One of the greatest. That was fantastic.
Yeah, Tim is like a huge D&D fan. I think it's a must.
So good that they're making an actual game out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Game of Thrones references and stuff like that, and
it's really good. I don't know if was there Game of Thrones references or was it older than that? There's definitely a lot of D&D references.
You're talking about the one that had the dragons at the end as a boss? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the Tiny Tug.
Tiny Tug Tina.
Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep.
Yeah,
that one.
Maybe there were Game of Thrones references. Maybe I'm just forgetting how old Game of Thrones is.
And the reason why Destiny loses is they got rid of Peter Dinklage. Like, that's just a big minus big points.
Sure. All right, guys. Speaking of games,
I've got a game. I've got a game.
we're going to get to our last game of the day. We won't keep you too much longer, Mick. We're going to have a quick one that Tim has a brand new game.
It is a quick one.
here.
We're going to go right through this one and celebrate in celebration of having an Australian friend. And down there, you guys know how the toilets flow in reverse. So this game's called Reverse Flow.
Reverse Flow.
The way this game works.
Insert song.
The way this game works is that I'm going to give you kind of like a vague description of a game in reverse order, and you've got to tell me what game it is.
Okay.
So for the example here, I gave this one to the guys over our message chain, and I'll go ahead and give it to Mick. Sure, and if he can get it right, I'll give him a point for it. So here's the first one. Rather than interrupt the nefarious plans of the big bad evil guy, our hero roams the land in search of his cave to settle down for a nice 1,000-year nap.
So that's the plot of a game, but backwards. Do you know what it is? I will tell you that Mick is almost exclusively a PC player.
Ooh.
I don't know if he's ever played this game.
If it's on Nintendo, I've not played one since the 64.
Okay. Well, so that was just the example one that I gave to all the Breath of the Wild fans out there. That one's Breath of the Wild. So
yeah, it starts with you waking up from 1,000-year nap.
There's a lot of different games from a lot
Zelda
of different
back on the
systems
64.
on here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You should grab an emulator and play that game.
Just fine.
So the way we're going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and just make them stealable because it sounds fun to me. I mean, why the hell not? We'll do the same order. Only Kenny, you're going to be me now, so it's going to be Kenny, Ryan, Mick, and that'll be the order. Does that work?
Sure.
All right. So we'll go ahead and just start with number one here. I've got 15 of these, so that's 5 for everyone.
Okay.
And let's do this. So, Kenny, our hero returns to the planet from which they came and, utilizing the bountiful tools at their disposal, begins the arduous job of putting everything back just the way they found it.
Oh, my God, that's vague. Okay.
By the way, just a little addendum here. If you give me a game that I didn't think of, this has not been play tested at all, basically. So if you give me a game that also fits, I'll go ahead and allow it, as long as the rest of the players.
Can you read it one more time, please?
So our hero returns to the planet from which they came, and utilizing the bountiful tools at their disposal, begins the arduous job of putting everything back just the way they found it.
Okay, so this is going to be a game where someone takes things apart and then leaves the planet. What the fuck is that? Takes things apart, destroys things.
Is that what you're saying? The forward order is
right? Yeah,
you get a little mixed up there.
Okay.
I may know what this is.
I'll let Ryan take it if that's the order we're going.
Maybe.
Sure, Ryan, you want to try it out?
Super Metroid?
No, afraid not.
Oh.
Mick, you want to give it a shot? I can repeat it if you need me to.
No Man's Sky?
No, afraid not. The answer I was looking for was Factorio.
Oh my God! Who knew that game even had a plot? That's a Tim game.
You literally you're trying to gather everything all around you, build up tools, and then build a spaceship to leave the planet.
I should make a note that every game Tim ever makes, Factorio is going to be in it.
Until you play it, this is going to be life. You just need to deal with that. Ryan.
All right.
Number 2 is up to you. That rhymed.
That rhymed.
Bounding tirelessly deeper into the facility with the help of her handy sidearm and goofy sometimes companion, our hero diligently travels room to room, floor to floor to find her way safely back into her cell.
To her cell.
Mm-hmm.
She was in a cell. She escapes the cell. She has a goofy companion.
Mm-hmm.
And
a handy sidearm.
A handy.
I might know this.
Sidearm.
Possibly.
For sake of time, no. I don't know.
Okay, Mick.
I hit the wrong button. That meant to be.
Mick, any guesses on that one?
Sidearm, female.
Goofy companion.
Goofy companion.
Starts in a cell, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he just figured it out. Light bulb went off in Ryan's head.
No.
Kenny?
I can't remember if you start in a cell in this game, but I'm going to say Portal.
That is correct.
Yes. Amazing.
Kenny with the first point on the board.
Thank you.
Light bulb just.
All right, Mick, this one goes to you. Having attracted the attention of various mafias and the government, our hero dials it back on the murders, theft, reckless driving before hopping on a boat back to Eastern Europe.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, that's GTA. Fuck, what number? Is it 4?
That's right.
Yes. Amazing.
Oh, man. You were so close. GTA fuck.
GTA fuck. I thought he was about to say 4.
Oh, man.
All
It's
right.
hard to remember which one's which.
All right, Kenny.
Yeah.
Our hero had enough of being constantly accosted in the streets and decided to release his pets back into the wild before heading home to his mama.
Oh my God. Retiring.
Shit, that's actually an easy one.
Some unleashes pets. Mama. Read it one more time. I'm sorry.
Our hero had enough of being constantly accosted in the streets and decided to release his pets back into the wild before heading home to his mama.
So someone leaves their mama and then have animals in the streets. What the fuck is? I'm obviously not good at this game.
May know this.
I'll pass it along.
Ryan?
Too long for thinking.
Pokemon?
That's right. Oh,
Amazing.
boys, we are dead even right now. 1 to 1 to 1.
I really like that one, actually.
All right,
Yeah.
Ryan.
All right.
This is when I started feeling the
Yeah,
groove.
that was a good one.
Thank you.
That was a good
Let's
one,
get in
yeah.
the groove here, so I'm feeling a little bit better now. Okay, physically and mentally exhausted, our hero accepts a series of demotions at the local precinct and even considers re-enlisting and heading back to the Western Front.
Red Dead Redemption?
No. Mick?
Medal of Honor.
Oh.
No, afraid not. Kenny, any guesses?
L.A. Noir.
That's correct.
Oh wow.
Amazing.
The only game I could think of where you're a cop that gets a bunch of promotions.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never played that game.
That was the trick in that one. But yeah, like you just keep on getting promoted and going to the next area. But anyways, a big thing in that game was constantly going back to his like war record and stuff like that, and coming in.
It's funny. I didn't think of that till the very last second, right when you got to me. The whole time it was going around, I was like, I have no clue what this is.
All right, let's see. It's
Yeah, I
Kenny's turn.
kept thinking war game.
Oh yeah.
All right, Kenny. Our hero is hypnotically. This is an easy one. Sorry. Our hero is hypnotically commanded to navigate through a derelict underwater city and take a tiny submarine back to the surface in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
BioShock.
Correct.
Right.
Amazing.
Come off,
They can't all be zingers.
Can I get a BioShock
Of course
one?
you can. Well, here's one for you, buddy. With the help of an advanced alien race, our hero leads the charge to push back the encroachment of a primal destructive alien race, then reaffirms his loyalty to Earth's military.
Mass Effect?
No.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Wait,
Same,
were
I was
we?
gonna say that
Yeah.
too.
Oh, come on.
Does it
If
work?
Yeah, I think it does.
Does everybody agree that works?
Oh, they're gonna say no.
No, I don't know.
No, definitely not.
Do you have
For the
a
love
different?
of God, be on my side.
Do you have a different guess, Mick?
No, not really.
If nobody else can get it, then I'll give Ryan the point for Mass Effect.
Encouragement of an
I have
alien
ruled.
race.
All of those beats fall though in the Mass Effect.
I'm not going to get it.
All right. Ryan, we'll go ahead and give you the point for Mass Effect. The one I was going for was StarCraft.
No.
StarCraft.
Sure.
Don't know the plot of StarCraft.
All right. So Mick is up. Having lost their memory, our hero abandons their variety of new friends and finally takes their throne as the evilest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Doom?
Nope, afraid not.
I wonder if that means they start as the goodest motherfucker in the galaxy, or if it means they start evil. And
No,
they get
yeah. That's
I
not
think
up to
I
like
know what it is. Maybe.
the evilest motherfucker in the galaxy, and you play as the evilest motherfucker at the beginning. What game do you play as the evilest motherfucker?
I know.
It's not.
Wow.
I'll
went
give
Doom.
a little hint here. Little hint here. The story told in the game starts with being the evilest motherfucker in the galaxy.
Right.
And that was the same way with L.A. Noire, for example.
I'll pass it to Ryan. I don't know it.
Ryan?
That's KOTOR, right?
That is.
Oh, I was about to say
Amazing.
that too.
You're Revan.
Yeah, well done.
You know why I didn't say that? I thought of it for a second, but then I was like, but you don't start that game as evil because you think you're good the whole time, don't you?
No, but the actual opening cinematic is Revan.
If you said evilest motherfucker in the realm, I was going to go, like, up until you got to that point, I was going to go that Overlord game. Do you remember that game?
Oh,
where you
yeah.
walk around
Fucking love Overlord.
Yeah, that was a great game.
That was like Pikmin for grown-ups.
Yep.
Or, well, teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that game.
I've got the second one upstairs. It's on disc. I can let you borrow it.
Shit's a wild game, man. You need to play that.
All right, I think it's Kenny's turn. Yes. All right, Kenny.
Yeah.
Our hero quits their high-paying job, leaves their significant other, abandons their friends, and sells all their possessions before finally selling their plot of land and disappearing from existence.
The first thing that came to mind was Red Dead because of plot of land and a family and can you say it one more time? Sorry.
Our hero quits their high-paying job, leaves their significant other, abandons their friends, and sells all their possessions before finally selling their plot of land and disappearing from existence.
So someone gets a plot of land, possessions, a family. Is it Stardew Valley?
No.
Okay.
Ryan?
The Sims?
That's correct.
Oh, that was close.
Amazing.
Because they don't exist until you create them.
I had the right idea.
Yeah.
Mate, that could exist in that order, though.
That's true. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess that's kind of the fun of Sims, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the friends we made along the way.
When you were saying it, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, that's the
All right, Ryan.
All right.
In a not so heroic fashion, our hero uses shamanic powers to lead his brethren into the hands of enslavers to be harvested for their meat.
Oh, Abe's Odyssey?
That's right.
World.
Damn, Ryan's killing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that at all.
He works at a little like meat factory or something. Right?
Meat factory.
Meat factory.
Meek, you are up. Working with others of his kind, our heroes traverse a multitude of landscapes and enemies before finally abandoning a baby in the middle of the woods.
Threw me with the baby.
In the middle of the woods.
The first thing I thought of when he said baby was that Death Stranding.
That's what I thought too, but I don't think you find him in the woods.
Maybe it is Death Stranding.
There was no woods that I remember. That's
I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right. Candy, you want to give it a shot?
I would assume. I wonder if a group of heroes finds a baby and then the baby grows up to be you in the game. Is that how it goes? Maybe. What game would that be? Or maybe not. I don't know.
All right. Ryan, you want to give it a shot?
Is it Beyond Good and Evil?
No. The answer for is Yoshi's Island.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty good.
yeah.
Fuck.
Everyone's like, oh,
Canny.
Yeah.
I think it's your turn. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our hero unleashes bad guys all throughout a house. Their intent is to murder or capture all the denizens, only to find that they all just keep sneaking out through the doors and windows.
oh, come on.
Might be yours.
I wish I knew what a denizen was.
People that live there.
It's probably the same thing as
It's not Friday the 13th, is it?
No.
Damn it.
Afraid to. Ryan.
Night Trap.
That's correct. Night Trap.
Amazing.
I don't know what that game is.
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
that's okay.
It's
You
an
don't
older.
need
What
to.
system was that on?
It originally came out on the pan. I think it was like the
Tell our other folks what Night Trap is, Ryan.
Night Trap is I believe it was on Sega CD or Sega Saturn or one of those. Basically, it's a live action game where you have actors doing stuff, and you actually have to set traps as the. The plot gets really weird because it basically they're vampires, but that are going after your heroes, but they don't look like vampires, but they are vampires, and it's like you're trying to. So you have these surveillance cameras all over, and you go to different rooms, and you like, oh, if someone's sneaking in, so you have to activate a trap, so they would fall into the trap. But it was all
Interesting.
It was a
it was all
goofy game.
Yeah, it was all live action. video.
Yeah, it was like real life people.
Speaking of obscure Sega games, do you remember The Haunting starring Polterguy? There was a game on Sega called The Haunting, starring Polterguy, and Polterguy was this little monster dude, and you went into this mansion to scare a family, so you would jump into a painting and they would come to life. You try to scare each member of the family out.
I've got a game on Steam. One of the first ones I bought on Steam, actually, like way back when I first started up, is a game that's like that, where you control a bunch of different ghosts and you unlock more ghosts that can and get into different things in a house. Some can only do like wooden furniture. Some can only do electrical stuff. Some can only do whatever, fire or something like that. And as you get them, you try to scare people out of the house by using your different ghosts in different rooms.
Sure.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that game. I don't know what it's called, but
Speaking of obscure Sega games,
It's Ryan's turn.
I also looked up an obscure Sega game for this one to see if I could add it into the game. I looked up Toe Jam and Earl. Couldn't work out. That wasn't much of a plot to that game.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan.
All right.
Our hero goes back to his room after getting into an argument with his dad over and over and over and over again.
The reverse of over and over is over and over.
Having an argument with his dad and he goes to his room, but he has an argument over and over and over again. I don't know. Life is Strange.
No.
I don't know.
Mick, got a guess on that one, Mick?
Pornhub?
Nope, Fred not. Good
answer.
guess.
Good answer.
Good answer. Big money.
Is it a time loop game? Over and over?
Our hero goes back to his room after getting into an argument with his dad over and over and over and over again.
So he comes out of his room at the beginning. Or no? Yes, that would be at the end. I don't know. I'm not going to get it. I don't know.
The answer is Hades.
Oh, Hades. Over and over. His dad. Yeah, I'm an asshole.
Okay. I'll give that
Free on Game Pass now.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, good plug.
Free on Game Pass.
Oh, we're getting that Microsoft money now. Mick. Okay, here's one. I'm on 14, so the last I've got one more for
Last
Mick
two.
and one more for Kenny. Mick, in a small English village, our hero takes rakes out of lakes.
It sounds like it should be obvious, but I don't know it.
Oh my
It
god.
does. I'm like, shit, this is probably like something really easy.
Such a good game too.
Rakes. Can I get like an era or a
Very
console
recent.
or a PC?
Past couple years on PC, definitely.
Switch.
Yeah, Switch.
Yeah, it was on Switch.
It was not very graphically intensive, so they could pretty much put it on anything.
short game.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can throw rakes into lakes.
Well, it was
You have to throw it. Like
you have to throw a rake in the lake to complete the game.
What the fuck is this?
This is probably one of those ones you know it or you don't.
I can say
It,
one word,
I'm
and
going to
you
say
can.
I don't.
Okay, Ryan, it's all the way to you, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm passing too.
Oh, okay. Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game is correct.
Amazing.
You know, I swear to God, I just thought of that, but I was thinking of something ridiculous like Untitled Goose Game, like even before, like while you were reading it. But I was like, "There's no way you throw rakes into lakes in that game." Why did I think of that?
You have to throw a rake in a lake. My favorite was the kid with the toy. Or no. He had the shoelaces, and he'd be tying them, and if you like quack at him or whatever, he would like fall
stands up,
out,
falls
like
out, yeah.
he falls over.
I should have just said it. I
Games
thought
are
it too.
stupid and fun.
It's ridiculous.
All right, Kenny, last one.
You miss
Going to you.
100% of the shots you don't take.
Life lessons, Kenny.
Life lessons.
I believe that's a Wayne Gretzky life lesson.
This one's deep. This one's deep, real, and it's a good one. I'm pretty proud of this one. Avoiding heartbreak and lost connections, our hero gradually dials back on a personal relationship with a coworker so he can get some peace and quiet in the woods.
I'm not good at this game. Relationship with a coworker. Witcher 3?
No.
Oh.
Can you repeat it again?
Avoiding heartbreak and lost connections, our hero gradually dials back on a personal relationship with a coworker so he can get some peace and quiet in the woods. And I'm not being analogous in any of this. This is like literal.
It's a guy that comes out of the woods and fucked his coworker.
I don't know.
obviously.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. Mick, any idea?
Fallout.
Oh, my God. That one was Firewatch.
I've never played that one.
That was an alright game.
Yeah.
I never played
I liked it all right. It's emotional.
familiar with it.
It's
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
That was my game. That was
Hey, that was fun,
That was
Tim.
Reverse Flow.
That concludes Reverse Flow.
Ryan fucking tore this one up. He won 7 points. So congratulations
Hey.
to Ryan.
That's to Ryan.
sometimes
Congrats to
I can
Nick for being the
win some of
winner.
these games.
Overall, winning the debate and the trivia. Mick, our guest, has won. Ryan wins the last Reverse Flow.
So everybody mark that
I
down.
have won nothing.
I
put
also
that in
won
the
the
books.
news game.
That's right. You did win the news
Oh,
game.
you did win the news game.
So
Dan.
don't forget about
So you
that.
tied with the guest.
All right, what's our tiebreaker?
I don't have a tiebreaker.
We'll
Do you?
work it out next time he's on the show.
All right, there you go.
Next, when you visit the States, you can come be in on person.
Come hang out in my basement.
Hashtag.
That's if anyone's allowed to leave Australia
Yes,
in the
that's
next
true.
couple.
Yeah, Australia,
Power
you're
of positive thinking.
no, Australia is ridiculous with how they can travel now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw there's a popular
The army's out in Sydney, like stopping people.
Oh yeah,
Holy crap.
So people are getting $5,000 fines and stuff like that for being found out of their houses in Melbourne and Sydney. And
There's a popular streamer, Alana Pierce.
Yep,
Yeah, she
that's
just
what
visited
I-
Australia and got stuck there, basically. Yeah.
That's why I know about how crazy
Yeah.
it's been. She got stuck there for like 2 months or something.
And then she had to go somewhere else, like nearby, and
Yeah.
got stuck there too. Like, I'm not going to say anything nearby because I don't know geography well enough. I'll sound like an asshole.
New Zealand, Tanzania,
No, it was something else.
Micronesia.
I'm never going to get it. Anyway, Mick, we really appreciate you coming on. And
Yeah, man,
helping
that
us
was
do this
fun.
the
Thanks
first
for
time.
hanging out with us.
coming on over.
nice. I don't think I've talked to you guys since Sea of Thieves.
I was
You
going
know what?
saying,
I think the accent, like once I started talking, I was like, this sounds familiar. Did I meet you on the high seas?
you did play CSEs with me, right?
Yeah,
Okay, then you probably did play with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, number one on Mick's Steam list is PUBG with like something over
Holy
500
fucking
or something like that.
The original winner
She had
chicken
like
dinner.
498 hours or something like that.
Yep.
It's a lot of PUBG.
That was
and-
back. Actually, most of those hours were back in beta form. Back when you could make money off all the clothes and stuff like that. You just had to play it.
Yeah.
Did you make a lot of money?
I made enough to buy hentai games for people for about 5 years.
Oh man, I totally forgot about that. That was an idea I had for the games. I was going to quiz you on the hentai games that you gifted people on Steam throughout the years.
God.
We'll have to do that next time.
I just kept giving people like fucking hentai games, like selling like a pair of pants for
That's
like $10 and then just buying 10 $1 hentai games and just distributing them to everybody.
Fantastic.
Well,
Yeah, I was telling these
I'm
guys
sure
about
they
that,
appreciated it.
and they were like, you can refuse the gifts, and I was like, well, a free
Why
thing's
would I
a free
do that?
thing. Yeah.
Free
And Nate, one of our mates, Nate, plays with me in Geach. He's refused every single one.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that is the
My
smart
mom
thing to
checks
do.
my Steam
That's okay.
library.
He opens it up in his private profile.
And then you've got
If you're gonna send him to me, send me a GOG.
This Dutch guy we play with, like he plays them all. Like he literally
that's
plays
nice.
them.
Well, this one's actually really good. You got to get all the tentacles in. What?
They're so bad, though. They must make a killing.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing this
boy.
episode to a close, and thank you all for joining us. Our Family Feud survey is still up. I think probably in the next few weeks I'll have that game together.
Cool.
We're gonna-
I'm excited about that.
It's going to be a big, epic Family Feud video game showdown. If you go to @TheLeetist on Twitter, check out our timeline there. You can still fill out the Family Feud form, have your answers, be a part of the game. Tweet at us, comment on the podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Email us, TheLeetistPod@gmail.com.
Give us games. We demand games.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you next week on the Leetist Podcast.
Well, goodbye, friends.
This is where the music is going to fade out.